What's going on, everyone? Hey, how you doing? It's Monday. I'm not going to say happy Monday, but it's always great to see you guys. But it's not the happiest of Mondays if you're a Baltimore Ravens fan. Oh, sugar. We're going to unpack all this in a little bit. The Ravens season came to an end. There were emotions, a lot of them. We're going to look at it from every different angle. What's next? Consider this a little bit of event. There might be a little bit of is delirium or being delusional. I don't even know. My brain's from this off. I like most people, I was staring at my ceiling trying to go to bed. And I couldn't because of this game, because of this team. That's going to be the first half of the show. What we know, what could happen. There's an NFL reporter out there, one of the top insiders, Adam Schefter, had some really interesting information with John Harbaugh because that is the biggest storyline there. And then the second half of the show, people want to move towards baseball. And I get it. Spring training's next month. And before spring training, there's a lot of names that need to sign. And there was a certain name that is linked to Baltimore yet again, but there's two other names I want you guys to be on the lookout for. We'll discuss all that and a whole lot more on this Ryan Ripken show. In studio with me, behind the sticks, Brad.
What up, bro?
It's Monday.
It is Monday. I'm not nearly as heartbroken as maybe some people are, or maybe even you are, because like I kind of saw this. This is, and we've talked about this off air, but it's just a microcosm of the entire season. Yeah. The season started off with a heartbreaker at the last second, and that's how it ended. So like, I even like told myself as the kick was as they were setting up for this field goal, they came in, Lamar needed the ball where it needed to be, and I'm like, he's just gonna miss this. Like I preemptively was just like setting myself up for the inevitable thing to happen, so my heart wasn't broken quite as bad.
Zach, how did you take that?
Just like Brad, they lined that thing up, and I was like, "Oh, he's not making this." No. As soon as they took yardage away, which we can get into that whole coaching decision in a minute, you just knew that wasn't. It didn't hurt any less when it happened. Still was like a WTF moment, like a. I mean, Loop said, he was like off, when he made contact, he's like, as soon as I kicked that ball, I knew I missed it. Same, because it wasn't close.
No,
the whole world, as soon as you kicked it, knew that was not coming close.
No.
Yeah, it was just the inevitable. Just such a disgusting way. The Ravens refused to ever end the season in normal fashion. Like, we could have had the most normal end to a season of, hey, Ravens didn't get it done against the Patriots. It happens. You missed the playoffs. You had opportunities. Then the Browns beat the Steelers. And you're like, And then you're up 10-0. And then Lamar drives them down the field to take a late lead. Steelers have no timeouts. 2:40 left? 2:35 left?
Which I told myself there was too much time left on the clock.
Oh, they scored too quickly. That's 1,000%.
It was a great score. Not going to say don't score a touchdown, but just like to score.
No, I agree. It was one of those things. I think, the defense is just as much to blame. I mean, poor defense. The second Kyle Hamilton went out in the first drive of the third quarter. It was done, though.
Let's hop into this then before we actually fully hop in. Hey, how you doing, guys? New to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. And I want to shout out our friends, Merit Clubs. Let's time out for a second here. Zach, you see that? Merit Clubs right behind. Appreciate them. It's 2026. And if you're looking to reach your fitness and wellness goals, well, they're going to help you with that. And we're going to put Zach to the test. He has no idea what I'm talking about yet, but he will soon. Zach, how do you spell you will suffer, but it will make you better?
MERRITT, baby.
Beautiful. Good for you. And I move, you move.
Just like that.
Just like that. Now, Zach, come here. Okay. So let me take you through my night, because this is, you guys know I'm very objective, and I understand that this team had some problems. I think everyone's understood this team had problems.
You look at things through an athlete's lens, which is what you do.
However, did I yell when they scored the first touchdown? Yes. Did I also go, oh shit, when they're up 10-0, here we go again?
Yep.
Yes. And then they make the stop right before the half, and I'm just thinking, like, you know what? This is where we're slaying some demons, that they're going to figure it out. And then the second half starts, and it's all Steelers. And Lamar doesn't seem in rhythm, and when he says he's 100%, he's not 100%, everyone. He's not. He gutted it out. He battled. But when whatever Steelers player did something to him when he was on the ground, and Tirico went, oh, Lamar's heated. It really upset him. 2 plays later, I think, or the next play.
Yeah.
Lamar escapes a free-running Alex Highsmith. What was it? Cam Hayward right there, like 600 pounds of muscle to escape, improvise, throw a bomb to Zay Flowers, and then you're like, it's back on. And then he did it again. And then when the Steelers take the lead and it's a 2-point game, Lamar Jackson, once again, 4th and 7, backs against the wall. It just felt like you were slaying the demons in Pittsburgh. Everything was set up, but I forgot about one thing, Zach and Brad. Forgot about one thing, what happens when you go to Pittsburgh. The weirdest shit happens in Pittsburgh, always for the Baltimore Ravens. And Tyler Loop said it right off his foot. He knew.
Yep.
Whole stadium knew.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, the Ravens have a heartbreaking finish. Heartbreaking loss in Pittsburgh. By the way, guys, and people were saying, oh, Justin Tucker, if he was with the Ravens, they win that game. You know what happened last time the Ravens played in Pittsburgh last year?
Yeah, he missed it.
He didn't just miss one kick, Justin Tucker. He missed 2.
Yeah.
The Steelers didn't score an offensive touchdown in that game. 18-16 was the final, which the Ravens led. But the point where I wanted to go with all this, guys, once again, I hate that Tyler Loop missed the kick. I hate that he's going to have to get that washed away from a lot of good, because if he makes that kick, everyone's celebrating him and the team. But, guys, it wasn't Tyler Loop. It was a microcosm, Brad, of what you opened up with, what we talked about. This team was flawed.
Oh, yeah.
And I did another video on social media, on Instagram, of saying, like, for all the people that are slandering Loop here, yeah, he missed the kick. He also hadn't missed a kick within 50 yards all season. It's 28 of 28. He had a 91% field goal percentage clip. I understand the kickoffs for him were not his best, but overall for a rookie, really solid campaign, replacing arguably the greatest kicker of all time. Kyle Hamilton or no Kyle Hamilton, I know that was the gut punch, but a DK Metcalf less Steelers put up 23 points in the second half, 13 in the fourth quarter. Aaron Rodgers, his second leading receiver, you guys want to take a guess who it was on the season and who was active?
Gainwell.
Kenneth Gainwell.
Yeah.
And then Matt Freiermuth tied him that night for 486. That was it. That core drove down the field and put up the game-winning drive on the Ravens. There's a microcosm. The season started on Sunday night, and the Ravens lost on the leg of a player, and it happened again on Sunday night in Pittsburgh. Oh, all right. I think I got that out of my system. You know what I hate, though, Brad? No, it's not out of my system. I'm sorry. You know what I hate about this is that a lot of people, and I knew the headlines, Lamar can't win the big game. And you know what? Lamar wasn't great for 2.5, 3 quarters.
Yeah.
But damn it, dude. Was Lamar not clutch when he had to be clutch?
Oh, yeah. Well, and you and I were texting about this, about how during the game, about how Lamar just didn't look like himself. And then all of a sudden, somebody pissed him off. We saw it on the field, which is the first time I think I've ever seen Lamar that hot on the field. And then he became a different human being. All of a sudden, was making the throws, making the plays he needed to. But no, I think Lamar deserves a pass this season because the defense was that bad. It was just so bad. He was injured. The offensive line, what was it that Q said? Can't stop a cold, whatever it was. Can't stop a nosebleed. Whatever euphemism you want to throw in there. The offensive line is absolutely atrocious. The defense is so bad. I don't see Marlon Humphrey coming back next year. He's out of there. I would be surprised if Zach Orr, the defensive coordinator. I think this experiment's over. Last year, we saw the defense get better as the season went on. This year, there was glimpses of some good defensive play as the season went on, but it just never got to where it needed to be. And with all that talent, for them to not walk away with at least a playoff berth, some heads got to roll, some people got to leave, and I know that'll probably be the next topic of discussion here.
Yeah, I mean, Zach, here's a stat. I think we talked about this. Correct me if I'm wrong. When's the last time the Ravens went defeated in primetime games?
Couldn't tell you.
Right? Like
maybe
didn't win a primetime game this year, right?
Winless.
0-5. 0-5.
I said they were defeated.
Yeah.
Not undefeated, defeated.
Yeah.
They lost every single primetime game. I cannot remember one time.
There wasn't one. And that's their worst home record in franchise history.
3-6.
Franchise history. I mean, like, that's Tony Banks, Elvis Gerback, Kyle Bowler. I mean, just
the Bowler days.
Yeah, like the worst in franchise history.
Oh, they did beat the Packers. I apologize. So they
and the Dolphins, I guess, but
Dolphins.
Thursday night's considered prime time. I'm thinking Sunday night or Monday night.
Primetime home games.
Yeah.
Let me back that up. Primetime home games and primetime division games. They had two.
Yeah.
Steelers, Bengals, losses. AFC contenders, which we thought Buffalo lost. Patriots lost. So technically right now, if we're looking at primetime, Dolphins they beat, not a playoff team, and the Packers they backed their way into the final spot. They were a better road team. It just, Zach, I mean, one thing I think a lot of people are throwing out, and I could see this, and I think anybody that's a fan or a coach, a player, like everyone is upset with what happened.
Yeah.
No one's surprised because at the end of the day, and that's why I bring up, and I see comments of saying, Loop choked. Yeah, he missed the kick. But Zach, this was a team that Loop's miss, if that was the only issue for the Ravens, everyone would feel a lot better about it. But it wasn't.
Yeah.
There's 79.
I mean, it wasn't on the season ending is not on Loop. The defense collapsed, and Loop, unfortunately, was the ender. It's the last screenshot people are going to remember is that ball going wide right. And I don't absolve anyone from blame this season. I don't absolve Lamar. I don't absolve Derrick Henry, who had some atrociously timed fumbles. Lamar, I think, was dealing with a lot of injuries, not playing his best. Even in games they won, the defense atrocious for a majority of the season. I mean, wide receivers, Zay Flowers had an incredible year up until last night. He had as many fumbles as he did touchdowns.
Yes.
So no one on this team is absolved from any of the blame. This was a total encompassment of bad football. And Charlie Kohler put it best in his, I guess, clean out day interview today. He said, good football teams win those games, and we didn't. If you're a good football team, you find a way to win. Now, we can point to coaching. We can point to, yes, they weren't the healthiest. But after a year like this, I think the worst thing they can do is sit there and go, okay, well, this was the injuries. Oh, Lamar was injured for a majority, for a chunk of the season. Oh, the defense. Oh, when Kyle Hamilton, before he got injured against Pittsburgh, like the defense was. They need wholesale changes. I think it starts at the top. I would be very disappointed if we do not have a new head coach in Baltimore next year. And it's like I've said, I am not saying John Harbaugh is a bad coach. He is a good coach. In fact, I think the route to a new coach is you trade Harbaugh because a team is going to give up, whether that's a 4th-round pick, whatever. He's going to be coveted. Good. That's fine. Change of scenery is needed for both. They need a fresh start. And I think it also, you have to look at Eric DeCosta. The Philadelphia Eagles last year put out the blueprint. If you dominate on the offensive line, if you dominate on the defensive line, you are going to be very hard to beat. The 2 biggest weaknesses for the Ravens this year, after everyone saw how to do it, was it seemingly ignored the offensive line and ignored the defensive line, the trenches. And you can't absolve Eric DeCosta from that blame. He screwed up. He did not put the best team he could on the field. It felt like coaching decisions. Now, we're not in practices, but it felt like the O-line, heck, everyone and their mother, national television, these analysts, local guys, cueing them. All said the same thing. Why is there not a change on the offensive line just to see if you got something else? It just felt like from the very top of this thing to the very bottom of it, literally from the GM all the way to the kicker, everyone had a moment that they completely screwed up this season at some point. And when you add it all together, you have, unfortunately, one of, if not the most disappointing Ravens season in recent memory. I mean, yeah, I see Joe talking about Cooper Rush. Like that, what were we doing there? It felt like everything led to the same thing.
So like the Ravens had no business playing for the playoffs. I mean, it's kind of like you said, Zach, that Tyler Loop shouldn't be blamed entirely for the loss that happened last night because of everything else that went bad in that game. Daniel Falele still has no idea where he's at every snap. I just don't know how you stand like this and don't move. I know that I don't get paid the big bucks to be a coach or to be an offensive coordinator. That still just makes no sense to me. Game in and game out, the ball snaps, you just stand there and don't do shit. Hey, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Can I ask you guys? Go ahead.
I was just going to say the opportunities to actually dominate this division, because every team was so bad with the talent the Ravens had. It shouldn't have come down to the last game at the end of the day. That's really what it comes down to.
So one word answer here, Brad and Zach. One word. I know I talk like a lot, but I want to hear your guys. One word, Zach, I'll start with you. How would you define the Ravens' identity? One word.
Yeah.
Brad?
Yeah, non-existent.
So
yeah, none.
I think that right there is the biggest
That's a good one.
Red flag. I don't think that's the exact word that we'd go with, Brooks. We have a little different opinion on that one.
Ass.
Oh, well, that was a different word I saw.
I know, but like ass is another good one.
Hey, now. But the thing is, what has Baltimore Ravens football always been considered? Tough.
Yeah.
Gritty. Just blue collar. Ferocious. Whatever it can be. That was all I needed to hear from you guys. Physical, right? That is the biggest difference is when you define a Ravens team. And I think actually, do we have that clip of Dan Orlowski, or not Dan Orlowski? I think Rex Ryan talked about it. Can we play that clip real quick? Because that's I think that's the Rex and Dan's talking about it.
That was about the defense.
Well, I think it's very fitting. Let's talk. Let's play that clip real quickly because I think it goes in to talk about the identity. Zach, let's play that.
They start that drive, and you could just see Awuzie starting to get nosy and sit just a little bit and having eyes back to the quarterback. And to your point, I promise you there's that conversation of quarterback to receiver, receiver to quarterback. Hey, let's double move him. It's 3rd and 10. He's going to sit at the sticks. He drives, slip helps, and then it's a touchdown.
Can we also say when Kyle Hamilton went out of the game, That was a huge blow to that Baltimore Ravens team. The defense literally changed once he got hurt. It just opened up everything because he is such a jack of all trades type of defender. And once he went out,
I'm with that. But this is a total choke job by the Ravens defense.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
It's a huge piece. But if you told the Ravens, hey, what did they lose? 26-24?
Yes.
You scored 24. The other team doesn't have DK Metcalf. Yeah. And you can't slow down that offense that the week before, without DK, Cleveland skunked. That's a total choke job by the Ravens.
So right there, what has Baltimore been built on? If it's one word, defense. And granted.
And the run game.
What?
And a run game.
And a run game. And you know what? The run game was solid. And everyone's going to say only 5 handoffs in the second half to Derrick Henry. The Steelers controlled the clock. In the third quarter.
And they figured out how to stop Derrick Henry.
They did. They crowded the line. They had 5 at the line as well.
Which is why Zay Flowers was open both of those times.
And you know what I love too? I'll save it for a second. Derrick Henry being on the field for third down. It's a reason why that's valuable. Because everyone and their mother is going to say, wait a minute, could they give him the ball on 3rd and 4? There's a chance. So we have to respect it. Because if we don't, he could run for 20.
Yeah.
And that helps set up. But, guys, to that point of what Dan Orlovsky's talking about, let's play a fun little game here. This is not a part of the action, but we like to have fun. This isn't going to be fun, though. Zach, let's play Steelers team leaders this year on offense. Okay? Zach, over or under Aaron Rodgers, 3,500 pass yards?
Under.
That is correct. 3,322. Brad, you want to play Guess the Steelers leaders?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Here we go. Their top rusher, Jalen Warren, over or under 950 rush yards?
Under.
Oh, so close. Over, but 958. Close.
I was going to say Gainwell took a lot of those yards. So I was, yeah.
Good try. Good try. Zach, back to you. DK Metcalf. Over or under 855 yards?
I'm going to say under.
That's correct. Look at you. Smile. Does that make you feel better? He had 850. Second closest for receivers had 486 for the Steelers.
Like Calvin Austin, I think.
That was Pat Freiermuth and Kenneth Gainwell combined. Calvin Austin had 372 yards. So, you guys want to play another game? This is fun, right? You having fun? We're having fun. Look at the laughs. We're all about telling a story, right? Zach, you like stories.
I like stories.
Let's play the game for the Ravens side now, okay? Take out Lamar because of the injury. It's passing. But do you want to guess how many yards Lamar had and he missed, 4 or 5 games? Over, under 2,500.
Over.
Yeah.
And he missed 5 games.
Yeah.
So he's 700 less than Rodgers. Zach, Derrick Henry, over, under 1,500 rush yards.
Just over.
Yep.
That's correct.
Second year in a row.
Zay Flowers, over, under 1,200 receiving yards.
Over with last night's.
Correct.
Catches.
So where I was going with all this is when you look at this and the comparisons of the two teams, the Ravens, from a skill position standpoint, their offense was better. Their roster overall of the talent that they have should be better.
Yeah. They had a championship offense. Despite its flaws, they had a championship caliber offense.
Correct.
They put up the points they needed to. They put up, as you mentioned, the yardage they needed to. I think it was one or two games where Derrick Henry had over 20 carries and over 120 yards. Still lost the game because the defense has been so bad.
So here's one more little game. Over or under, the Ravens have had 4 victories against the Pittsburgh Steelers in their last 13 meetings.
I think they have had 4. What's that, like a push?
No, it's under.
It's under 4?
They are 3-10 against the Pittsburgh Steelers in the last 13 games. And so this whole narrative, I think what's happened, Pittsburgh for whether people believe in them or not, and that you don't think that they've had the talent or not. Pittsburgh's identity, I felt like, has always been the same with all their flaws. And I think that's what's made this so frustrating for Baltimore, is a missed opportunity. Now, Houston could wax Pittsburgh, and I think that
that's happening.
They should. But this is just the reality of when you lose yourself. And I think for the Ravens, what sucks is, and this is not about that they weren't giving an effort. Harbaugh said it, and I agree. I don't think anyone lacked an effort, man. They all agree that, like, we didn't do our damn job. But you know what the problem is, and I say this in the sports world, when you lose, people lose their jobs. Last year it happened with the Orioles. They cleaned house on their coaching staff.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen here with John Harbaugh, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit, in about a few minutes. But when you lose, and you lose the way that the Ravens did,
time and time again,
you're going to have to make a change, because you need to figure out, if you are going to define your team moving forward, what's your identity? You have to have an answer. And for the 2025 season, the Baltimore Ravens didn't have an identity. And with this group, they're missing the playoffs for the first time since 2021.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be the first time that the Chiefs or 1 year of the Bengals is not going to go to the Super Bowl in the AFC. That's how wide open it's become. And it's a missed opportunity for the Baltimore Ravens on a very disappointing season. But guys, I know that was a fun game. I know you enjoyed that. Zach's face I don't think that was your favorite game, Zach, but thanks for playing.
Yeah, it's just happy. No, I'm not happy to be here, but like, we're talking about it. We're just talking through it.
Hey, you want to cheer up? Hey, Zach, let's get a little bit happier. Let's get a little bit of energy in here. Come on, Zach.
We had a lot of energy until Tyler Loop's foot hit that ball, and then
hey, Zach, come
it all went out the window wide right.
I'll tell you what, that the catch on fourth down by Likely was just ridiculous. I mean, I was like, hands in the air. I was like, holy shit, like, we might win this game.
It set the stage of, like, we're slaying some demons. It's, we're cleaning up the mess.
Yep.
Already hugging.
I said last night on the post-game show.
This was a game just for an opportunity to play one more game before your season's over. Because, like, whoever, whether it was Ravens or Steelers, to go play Houston, like,
I'm taking
Houston's going to wax either one of these teams.
I'm taking it to the grave. Ravens, if they beat Houston in the playoffs, they were going to go to the Super Bowl. Am I being a romantic for the Ravens? Yes. And I'm not afraid to admit it. Okay. But if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Hey, but I got something positive, Zach. Come on. Hey, Zach, back up for a second. Now come here. Hey, yeah, you like that? Zach, or Brad, you like that? That's my way of zooming in. Zach?
I know it is. It's corny AF. And somebody already does this, by the way. It's not an original thing.
That's fine. Hey, you want to turn it back or you want to zoom in? Hey, Brad, do I care? Come right here. Yeah, beautiful.
He wasn't even on the screen.
Beautiful. Okay. But here's a positive thing, because in 2026, it's a new year, and I want to tell our audience, before we get into this hardball conversation, because there is some things rumbling, we're really grateful for everything in 2025. We had a great 2025. We've had some great partners and sponsors in 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, we're adding another one to the crew. It's big for us. It's big for you all.
Hey.
And you're going to see a beautiful photo of myself right here, which, the hair actually that was a good hair day for me. But guys, I'd like to welcome to the 2026 Ryan Ripken Show partnership, AutoStream Car Care Center. Boom!
Hey, thank you all.
There we go.
AutoStream.
So AutoStream.
It's a little bit of a mouthful. I'll get it down.
Yeah. Say that 5 times fast. AutoStream Car Care Center.
Yeah.
I think we're just going to say AutoStream.
Yeah.
But keep it there.
That'll be good for me. AutoStream.
Did you catch the stream? AutoStream.
Ooh, I like it.
Ooh. Zach, write that one down. So AutoStream in the Maryland region, they've opened 10 locations. And actually, Jordan Stout did something with AutoStream. If you guys watched it, I kind of spoiled the news because Stout was doing work with them.
Yeah.
So we might have a collaboration. I know, Brad, you felt a little left out. I'm sorry. You're invited.
Always getting left out.
No, you're invited. Nick actually was in his feels.
Yeah, Nick is not invited.
Yeah, he was not happy about that. Nick's
you know, after last night, hold on. Come here. After last night, Nick standing with Tyler and Jordan for that matter, but like Mike Tirico was talking to Tyler Loop, and Nick was like right there, like just by his side, stand up guy. Like I was like, hell yeah, Nick, for just supporting this guy.
Yeah, he better. He signed a 4-year extension.
Yeah,
he's going to be here, and so maybe we'll invite him to AutoStream in that case.
Yeah,
but in 2026,
he redeemed himself.
We're going to have more opportunities, but one thing that they wanted to offer right off the jump here, hey, how you doing? If you go to an AutoStream Car Care Center and you just say, hey, I saw it on the Ryan Ripken show, $50 off any service. And look, cars get expensive. And you guys know I'm very strategic and very cautious about who we partner with. We want to partner with people that we believe in and that we trust. And I can tell you wholeheartedly, the first time I actually worked or saw it in action, Thanksgiving. Zach, you know all about this drive to Ohio. It can get a little bit dicey.
It can, and that's why you need some help.
So I went in because I was having issues. They solved my issue within 5 minutes. Told me what my issue was. Way me got on the road. And we're all about team, family-oriented, doing the right thing. I was so impressed by it. And I shouldn't be. Because that's their ceiling. By the way, they have like a 4.8 rating on Google. But anyway, we'll talk more about them later. What, you don't think? Hey, Zach, go look up the ratings, buddy.
I just thought that like you sliving that in there was just funny. Yeah,
well,
they have a 4.8.
Part for me is that's their standard, and I think that's what we want. We want to be along with groups of people that care about others, doing the right thing, because we also know you want to feel like you're in the right hands. So check out AutoStream Car Care Center, Brad.
Yes.
$50 off. Would appreciate you guys. And that's the first thing. We're going to work on, have you seen the stream, AutoStream? How do you want to do that, Brad?
I'm going to think about it. But I do like to have you seen the stream.
Did you see the stream? And then you can go AutoStream. No?
Yes. I'll think of something less corny.
Less corny?
Yeah.
Jack, you got any thoughts? You just gonna sit there?
It's like some of our stuff is corny, but it's funny. Like the West Virginia is funny, but it's also corny.
West Virginia.
Everybody's bought into that. So now I got to come up with something really creative.
Yeah, maybe we should bring back Rocco Sucks.
Ooh. AutoStream. Rocco Sucks.
AutoStream.
Hey, we got a new member.
Hey.
Hey, Mary.
Thank you.
Thank
Mary.
you. Welcome.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, you're right. We're not. We gotta come up with something clever.
We will. It's usually organic. As we keep running with AutoStream here, something will pop and we'll be like, "Yep, we're running with that."
Whammy. All right, back to football.
Just like how you spell dollar, Zach.
Oh, I don't.
Ooh.
You know what? I don't know if that is the phrasing. However, we're getting.
I was actually yeah. See, the ideas are flowing.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking. I was like, it's a shame that like this wasn't like a what's that, the prostate health medicine or whatever, like the stream, AutoStream. You never seen that
for prostate?
Yeah, like. If you are an old man, have a enlarged prostate, you don't have a really good stream.
Oh, that type of stream.
Yes.
Oh,
not the one that you were thinking of.
You know what? When I think about prostate, I'm going back to my playing days, and I was going to be one of the next.
Now we're getting crazy.
Zach. See, and you know who couldn't handle that? Rocco can't handle it.
No chance.
Well, the most immature guy in the group couldn't handle it either. Which would be me.
That I still can't believe that was even discussed, that you were the most mature in this group. This is
Kevin thought that I was the most mature.
Oh, I'm aware.
Yeah.
I'm aware. Zach,
that was just one of the biggest. Like, I'll never forget when he said that. He was like, "I think it's Brad," and we all stopped and we're like,
the guys over AutoStream have no idea what they got themselves into, but they are going to love us.
They are going to love us. We are excited to work with them, and we appreciate all of our partners and sponsors. 2026, we believe, is going to be the best year yet. And you know what? Football season's not what we wanted, but we think baseball season is going to whammy. Rock your socks off, Zach. Is that better?
yeah. I'm trying to think.
That's just not the answer.
I'm just
wanted a little bit of enthusiasm.
I was trying to, I'm not going to lie. I was going to try to make a Christmas thing and then like it slipped. Like I tried to do like on the fly, make like a, it could be big Christmas every day when you tune into the Ryan Ripken show. But then like I was too slow with it.
We're working on it. It seems like Tom's the only one that's having some original ideas in there. Maybe not the right ideas, but he's got some ideas flowing in there. But let's get flowing. Let's get flowing back to this conversation.
Well, let's get flowing with all.
Let's get back to the stream.
Like
hey. So there's been a lot of speculation. I think the biggest conversation right now, right, is going to be around the future of John Harbaugh and the Baltimore Ravens, because that has continued to be brought up, especially as the season has gone the way that it has, and then especially the way that it ended. And I just mentioned, when you lose, you have to reevaluate. And when you lose with high expectations, then changes can be made. So I want to start with some of the player reactions after, and then we'll get into what Adam Schefter said on the Pat McAfee show, because I think it's all very intriguing. Now, I want to preface, after a game, players are emotional and they don't want to be thinking about the future, but the way it's answered, it's going to make you think, because we're going to evaluate things here. So Lamar Jackson was hot after the game. Jameson Hensley then asked Lamar a question specifically about Harbaugh, the future for Lamar and the Ravens. Let's play Lamar's reaction first.
You asking me about next year. I'm so caught up in what just happened tonight. I can't focus on that right now. I just told you, like he asked me, "Are you stunned?" I'm stunned right now. I'm still trying to process what's going on. Like, I know we lost, but All right, thank you, Lamar.
Yeah, he wanted to say fuck.
he
might have.
He half said it.
So that was Lamar. And the part was, he was very pissed off, and rightfully so. That's a heartbreaking one, especially the ways that they've lost recently. It's been right down to the buzzer in the do or die games. Now, Ronnie Stanley was asked another variation of the question, but it was about John Harbaugh and the future of the team. Let's play his reaction real quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I just let those guys handle those things. My job is to lead my O-line, lead my offense, lead the guys that are in the locker room. That's right.
Yes.
That's what I try to keep my focus on. And
can you guys hear any of this?
So,
yeah.
I love Harbs and
what?
Everything he's done for the team, and whatever they handle, that's their business.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't hear half of it.
I mean, it was like a mumble, but you could hear. He said that, he loves Harbs, but whatever decision is made, his job is to lead the O-line, to lead the offense. But what he didn't say, I think it's more what he didn't say than it is what he said.
Well, I also was going to say, Zach, I think he also mentioned that whatever their decision is, he's going to support. Which in my opinion, doesn't necessarily come to the defense of John Harbaugh.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not even even with Lamar, it isn't what they're saying. It's what they're not saying. Like, even when Lamar is upset, even when Ronnie, these guys are clearly upset. I mean, this is happening right after this. You can kind of see when a guy has the support of his team, they'll be like, "Hey, we want to run it back." No, we play for him.
So let's play it one more time. Let's play it one more time, as I see a couple people that said they couldn't hear it. Let's play it one more time. Maybe I can hear it this time.
Yeah, turn it up, because he does mumble.
Yeah, I mean, I just let those guys handle those things. my job is to lead my O-line, lead my offense, lead the guys that are in the locker room. That's what I try to keep my focus on, and try to keep it simple. So I love Harbs, and everything he's done for the team, and whatever they handle, that's their business.
Okay, so being in situations in the past when things are on the line, right? And just in the sports world, in my opinion, when you have an affinity for a person, especially when it's on the line, you're going to hear guys maybe mention that in the forefront. On the other side, I heard Pat Freiermuth talking about Mike Tomlin, saying we did it for Coach T. They go, what do you mean by that? And they said, well, everyone wanting him fired. But that was out in the media. And it wasn't asked. It was just Pat Freiermuth's response. So for Ronnie right there, he says, I'm focusing on what I can do to help this team and whatever the team decides to do. Well, Steve Bisciotti has some decisions to make.
Yeah.
And look, you guys know I love John Harbaugh, the Harbaugh family.
I do too.
And this is now a discussion, and it's going to be a hard decision that's going to happen here because change has to happen, whether it's your staff or the one that's running the whole operation, and that's your head coach. So then Adam Schefter was on the Pat McAfee show today, and he was asked about the possibility. And Adam Schefter didn't say about even a possibility. He went as far as to say John Harbaugh would be the most coveted. So let's play that clip for you guys.
Luke makes that kick. The Baltimore Ravens are hosting a playoff game, and they're winning the AFC North. Instead, potential holy water from Father Maximilian Maxwell potentially pushes that thing to the right. Let's talk about the Harbaugh situation, because you and Glazer both saying basically the same thing yesterday during your coaching report. Tomlin doesn't feel like it's that hot. Tomlin will make the decision. I think you both have alluded to him potentially doing TV, which would be awesome. We would very much welcome Mike Tomlin on a microphone more often, because he hits a home run on a mic every time he's on a mic. And if he continues to coach, he continues to coach. Both of you said, though, Harbaugh feels like a much different situation. Is Harbaugh in the world where he would have to make the decision to step down, or how do you think that would kind of come about, especially after how last night unfolded?
I think, look, Mike Tomlin's been in Pittsburgh 19 years. John Harbaugh has been in Baltimore 18 years. They are the two longest tenured head coaches with their teams in the National Football League. And these questions have come up with them repeatedly. And I think, we heard it from the fans of Pittsburgh. We've heard it some from the fans in Baltimore. I think over time, fans, they've called for their head coach's job. They don't have an appreciation for the job these men have done over time, and they want something new and something fresh. So with John Harbaugh, I don't think either one of these coaches, Mike Tomlin, John Harbaugh, are getting fired. I think, look, the Ravens season is over, so these conversations can now occur. You go in and you talk. What is your vision for the future? Do you want me here? What is your vision for the future? Do you want me? And they talk it out. But it just feels like there are things to discuss this year. The season didn't go the way the Ravens wanted it to go. It was another year where either Zay Flowers drops the ball near the goal line in the AFC Championship, or Mark Andrews on the 2-point conversion, or Tyler Loop. It ends in disappointment. And when that keeps happening, you have conversations to discuss how you want to address it and how you want to fix it. And if either side wants to make a change, and maybe mutually, by the way, like if Baltimore wants to move on and go hire whoever else, John Harbaugh automatically, to me, becomes the Mike Vrabel of this year's coaching class. He automatically vaults to the top of most lists, and he'd have a job tomorrow. So what does John Harbaugh want to do? Where does he want to coach? Right? We've got openings in Arizona. We've got openings in New York. We've got openings in Cleveland. Where does he want to go coach? Does he want to be in Baltimore? Does he want to go elsewhere? That's up for him to decide.
So I thought it was very interesting because John Harbaugh deserves the respect. He's earned it. But right now for the Ravens, the question's going to have to be delivered, and then it's going to have to be decided by Steve Bisciotti. What is the direction for the Baltimore Ravens moving forward? Because, guys, if Harbaugh wants to be here, I have a hard time seeing him go elsewhere because they're saying he'd be traded or it's a mutual parting of ways. If it's not, the whole coaching staff's going to get shaken up because you can't have this year happen and run it back with the same group that you had. And I'm talking about, unfortunately, for Zach Orr, Todd Monken. Something's going to have to give. It might be both of them if John Harbaugh stays as the coach. But to Adam's point, teams around the league have been chomping at the bit to feel like they can be relevant again. And John Harbaugh, being with the Ravens, whether people want to admit that or not, they have been a stable organization. And John deserves credit on that. And Zach, I think those are the rumblings that we're hearing. And if I'm John, if Steve really saying, hey, we want to move on, I think it would have to be sooner than later because
has to be.
Probably want to make this decision on John as well.
Yeah, I mean, this decision has to be made soon. And I will say, I'm so tired of analysts and insiders and stuff talking about, the Ravens, and they're like, well, I feel like they just don't appreciate what John has done. I appreciate 13 years ago we hoisted a Lombardi. That was dope. But since then, we've had ups and downs. I think, you've been to one AFC, two AFC championships since then. You've had a top 2-3 quarterback at the position now for going on 7 years as a starter. You've made it to a single AFC championship. We've had a million different coordinators. We've had a million different sets of players, and it feels like they lose the same way every time. And I think it comes down to one common denominator. There's one man who's been there who oversees it all. So I think it's at the point where, John Harbaugh, if he is let go, if he is given the go ahead to go look for another job, he's going to have his pick. And that's the reality of it. And he should. What he's accomplished. I just think the message is stale in Baltimore. I don't think it's anything to do with his ability to coach. I think he establishes a culture. I think he raises the floor. But I think we're just at the point. Same thing. I think the most, closely related situation is the whole Andy Reid in Philly. Andy Reid was very successful in Philly. It was just time for a change. It was just, hey, and guess who that's worked out for? Both.
Everybody.
I think both the Eagles and Andy Reid are very happy with how things have unfolded since then. Multiple rings between both of them. So no, I don't think the decision has anything to do with will people want John Harbaugh? Yeah, they're going to want John Harbaugh. I'll go even as far to say if the Ravens announced right now that John Harbaugh they were parting ways, that there are going to be some teams that question whether they want to get rid of their guy so that they can get into the John Harbaugh sweepstakes. I think he is still a great coach. The message is just after 18 years, that happens. Like, it's not like he's in year 5 or 6 and you're like, oh man, it's the message. This is 18, 19 years. Like, this is just, that happens. That's the natural part of being a coach. You're hired to be fired eventually, and only a few ever don't get that. We had Bill Belichick, one of, if not the greatest to ever do it, get fired from New England. They botched the first hire. Let's call it what it was.
Yep.
But within a year later, man, they're right back to what they were. I think it's at that point where it's not hey, you're a bad coach. Hey, we don't believe you're a good coach. All this stuff. Simply put, message is stale. I think both guys could benefit from a change of scenery and a different voice.
You know what I'm curious about is it goes back to what I mentioned earlier about identity. Like, what do you want your team to be moving forward? It's going to be with Lamar Jackson as your quarterback. That would be the biggest shock if Lamar leaves Baltimore. I don't see that happening at all. That also is what can ruin a franchise, trading an all-time great, which Lamar is going to go down as. If he continues to play, he's going to go down as one of the all-time greats. and you can't even imagine trading one of those guys in his prime. But the thing is, whoever is the head coach, if John stays or it's someone new, guys, the expectation is going to be the same.
Yep.
Because even with the group that they have, the core pieces, they can still build around and should still contend to win the AFC North and should still contend to win the AFC. But how do you want to do that? I think that's the part that I'm really curious of how it's going to unfold. But you know who needs stability if you're looking out there? Like the Giants need stability. They got some young pieces on the offense and defensive side. That's an appealing place. And I think there's been a lot of links there for what I'm seeing is that the Giants would be really interested in Harbaugh.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. You know, it really does. But Brad, I'm still having this feeling. I have a hard time seeing Harbaugh not here for some reasons. I know it might sound crazy, but I think there is a real plausible chance. And I don't know if you have a chance to put a poll out.
I'm typing it up now.
So perfect about like, what do you guys think is going to happen here? Because it's so unique. When was the last coach being traded? Was that Sean Payton?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they got a haul for him. I don't see that.
I was going to say, for a pretty good haul.
Yeah, they got first in that, didn't they?
Yeah, first and a second.
So the question is going to be, whoever, hypothetically, you want to go grass is greener, who's the guy that comes in? More than likely right now, it's going to be a brand new face. I don't think they're going to bring in another veteran coach. I think it would have to be an up-and-comer.
I think so, too.
And do you want to risk that?
The only quote-unquote not new coach I would consider is Brian Flores, but let's be honest. Let's address the elephant in the room. I don't know with an active – I'm pretty sure it's still active lawsuit against the NFL. I'm not sure he gets a head coaching job. I think he deserves it, but I just think Brian Flores.
Oh, Brian Flores. Sorry.
I said that would be the only one that in my head isn't a, new up and coming coach. He's obviously had his head coaching career in Miami, but I do think that's just the weird part is with the active lawsuit. I don't know if the NFL usually doesn't like those things.
You know, one thing I saw out there with Flores, and I actually think it would be a dynamite combination, is they said, what if Brady brought in Brian Flores and Brian Dable? It'd be interesting. But regardless of it, you know what I love with Brian Flores' defenses? They're tough. They're ferocious. It's a huge reason why the Vikings have been as good as they have been. This year was the quarterback play for them. But guess what? They finished 9-8, and they were in the same case for the Ravens. A game here or there, they actually took care of business, they'd be in the playoffs.
I mean, might be unpopular opinion, or might be popular. Marcus Freeman seems like a really good Ravens head coach.
Couldn't beat Marshall. It's just mine. I just don't think. I'll say this. I don't see why Marcus Freeman. I think college, especially when you have a job like Notre Dame, especially I'll just say it, especially if they really sign this clause, and I mean obviously it's official, where they just have to be like in the top 12 before a certain date, and they're automatically in the college football playoff. It just feels like they make their own schedule, all that. I think Notre Dame is just a little bit too cushy of a job to make that jump. But I mean, I know I've seen links and stuff. I will say it's not for a head coach, but rarely will I, pound the table for a Mount St. Joe grad. But Jim Schwartz, Kevin Stefanski out in Cleveland. I think this would be defensive coordinator. I don't think you give him, but that's a guy I would make him the highest paid defensive coordinator in football. Bring in a young offensive mind. Jim Schwartz, veteran coach to lean on for the young guy, but also, I mean, we've seen everywhere he goes, that defense, he brings the defense with him. I think you need an experienced defensive coordinator, someone a little psycho. I think that's what they need.
Oh man.
I mean, gosh, that would be awesome.
But so that's the part. The realistic possibility is Harbaugh stays. But if he does, There has to be drastic changes to how you're philosophically run your defense and your offense. And I hated for Zach Orr because last year, the last 10 weeks of the season, they were the number one defense. And then through the injuries and the scheme, the adjustments didn't happen and the results weren't there. And it's a business. And that sucks.
Yeah.
And it also sucks even more for Zach Orr because the guy that you ended up replacing is the hottest head coach right now and has the number one seed in the NFC, Mike McDonald and the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
I will say this. There are two sides to the Zach Orr conversation. I think both can be true. Zach Orr has not lived up to the standard of what a Ravens defense should look like or is expected to look like. Yep. They have fallen short. But I think you also, and yes, I'm not giving excuses or anything, there's something to be said of taking the job of defensive coordinator at 32 years old and not having that much experience and all this. I think Zach Orr, whether he's I don't think he's a defensive coordinator next year. I think he'll probably be a linebacker coach somewhere. But if we think this is the last we see of Zach Orr as a defensive coordinator, I think the best is still yet to come for him.
I agree.
I don't think it's one of those. I don't think it's ridiculous to say, hey, great defensive mind, very high upside. At 32 years old, maybe it was too soon to make him the DC, and that's also paired with, we can talk all about, like Q said, where EDC buys the groceries and the coaches have to cook with those. They didn't have pass rush. And once you lost Matabike, you really didn't have pass rush.
Yeah.
Once you got rid of, now he didn't produce here as well. Once you got rid of Oweh, you really didn't have pass rush. So it just felt like he was put in an unfortunate situation, maybe player-wise.
I don't know. Here's what I'll say to that, Zach. I understand this personnel matters. But they were 30th in yards allowed. 30th. And there was also 3 first-round picks in the secondary, like 18th in points allowed. So it wasn't even just like the Ravens standard. It wasn't just a defensive standard. It's just the NFL standard. Like, I'm with you. Maybe Zach Orr, maybe it's not the last we see of him. It's going to be a long time before he's a defensive coordinator anywhere.
Yeah, I think a few seasons. But I just think I just can't, with the way the defense, like even last night, like it sucks because it's like, oh, blown coverage, Calvin Austin wide open. And I'm sitting there and I'll be honest, I was screaming at my TV. I was like, how the hell do you let someone just not cover someone? Then you see Awuzie just flat out slipped. And it's like that kind of stuff. I think it's a combination of everything. It's like what I said. I don't think anyone in this organization is absolved from the blame. I think everyone had a part to play in it. And I think, from the very top to the very bottom. And that's just kind of, I think they have to go away from this up and coming coach on defense and go back to the guys that have made their money doing this. Like Jim Schwartz, like the dude has just gone out there. It's like when Philly brought in Vic Fangio and suddenly it was like, oh, this defense is the real deal. He gets everything out of them. I think you need a veteran coach, especially. I'm going to say whether they keep Harbaugh or not. You need new coaches underneath them, and we'll go from there. But you need a psycho defensive coordinator,
and you need to go back to what your team wants to be. And if you want to be physical, gritty, ferocious, strike fear in the other team, well, it's going to have to start in the trenches. Now, the Matabike loss was massive, so I don't want to take that away. Massive. But you also thought that some of the pass rushers that you had going into the season would take that step. Mike Green's young, but until you traded for Jermont Jones like that, you were really relying.
He was a dog, by the way.
Right. Jermont feels like a Raven.
Yes.
Acts like it. I loved his energy. But for the Ravens overall, there is something to be said that Odafe Oweh, who couldn't get it going here, and you can say scheme, he goes away and gets 7.5 sacks after he leaves. So is that saying, is it talent, development, whatever it may be, that's fine. Get who you want and who you're going to shape your defense around next year, and you need to build to that. And my guess is it's going to be in the trenches, and then you're going to be aggressive with some of those outside linebackers.
It can't be a coincidence to me that guys like Jadeveon Clowney and KVN and all those guys that in 23 last year, Mike McDonald was here, had a bajillion sacks. And then all of a sudden you have the same personnel the next year, and then there's nothing. I mean, just nothing.
Well, KVN last year, but no, Clowney for sure. I think there was more juice. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. But that's where it comes down to putting your players in the position.
Yes.
And I think when the Ravens had the right personnel for Zach Orr, they had success down the stretch in 24. But the problem was injuries are a part of the NFL. So, like, I look out to the San Francisco 49ers. That defense is decimated. They didn't have Nick Bosa, Fred Warner. They're down to their fourth corners. But, like, Robert Saleh had to readjust for what he had. And it wasn't pretty all the time, but they readjusted for what they had. And it felt like at times, whether it was blown coverages or whatever it may be, it wasn't on the same page. But the one that's going to take the fall first, it's going to be the coaches and then the players. But whatever coach you bring in, he's going to have a say on what players he wants. So time will tell. Oh, you know what? To a better 2026. It's over. We're smiling through it.
I will
At the end
say,
of the day, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to make a tweet, and I'm so glad I didn't. But I was like, you know what? Maybe 2025 was the issue, because it was, let's not sugarcoat it, atrocious year in Baltimore sports. From the Buffalo, it's the start, like the actual calendar year. You had the fun win against Pittsburgh last year in the playoffs, but then you had like the horrible ending. You had an atrocious, just like what is going on for baseball season, where you just felt like nothing ever clicked. Then this whole monstrosity happened every week with the Ravens. And I was like, you know what? Like my copium, my delusion was, I was like, it was the year. I was like, it was the year. It's 2026 is the year of Baltimore sports. It was not, or it has not been. We are 5 days in. We're on to 2027. Maybe that's our year.
Hey, you know what?
It's all ahead of us. It's all in front of us. It's all right in front of us.
Hey, you know what? We love football season. We love it. Our backbone, baseball's going to get humming here for the entire picture. So
it's already buzzing.
It already is. You say fuzzing or buzzing?
Buzzing. Already buzzing.
So we'll close out this conversation. Brad, what was the poll at right now, out of curiosity?
So I asked a couple of options. Where does John Harbaugh land in 2026? The Ravens. Just make that there. That's going to be the available one. Giants, Jets, or maybe college. Does he go back to college? Just leaving that as an option. Over half of the fans here say that he's come back to the Ravens. Rip.
And you know what? That's what I'm saying. I have a really hard time believing that there's going to be this drastic shift. I really do. But at the same time, no matter what, the standard in Baltimore needs to get back to, you got to get to the Super Bowl. And it hasn't happened in 13 years. And they've been close at times, but other times they've found ways to lose that makes you think, what if? And at some point, you're not going to have a two-time MVP. And regardless of all the things, Lamar Jackson in big moments has proven he can handle it. Not every time, but last night he did. In Buffalo he did. The Ravens just need to find a way to get over the hump. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. And that's all I have to say about that. You know what movie that's from, Zach?
No. Like, I've heard that, but like off the rip, no.
How about Life's Like a Box of Chocolates? You'll never know what you're going to get. You know what movie?
No, I feel like is it Will Ferrell?
No. It's actually a serious movie, and I just kept running.
Oh, is it Forrest Gump?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, the box of chocolates one. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's
Have you-
2026 has just not been our year. Like
Time-
I'm
Thursday is back to our movie club.
Yeah.
Have you watched Gladiator?
I thought we were watching Troy. No, Troy's
Troy.
first.
Did you watch
Yeah.
Troy?
No, but Troy's first.
Brad.
You know what? I'll say this. I blame Rip because we were both supposed to watch when we were both had to watch Wanderlust. We had to push it off a show, and it got me off. I was in a rhythm, just watching movies.
We were fine. You just didn't watch Troy.
But because Thursday's when we're talking about, I just knew ahead of time.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna stretch. You know what, guys? I appreciate all of you out there, and Brad and Zach. I appreciate you guys. And if you are new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Ryan Ripken Show. We're live here Monday through Friday on YouTube, X, and Facebook. We also are on Apple and Spotify, wherever you find your podcast. So hit that like and follow button. We'd greatly appreciate it. And we're going to rock and roll. So the second hour of the show, we're going to make a move over here because, Brad, you said that baseball was buzzing.
It is buzzing.
So we're going to be
And
buzzing.
actually, Christmas is still around. In case you haven't wondered.
Happy holidays.
Yeah,
It's a big Christmas.
still here. Christmas never left.
It never left. And side note, saying this, Joe, happy birthday to your mother. 75th birthday. Hey, how you doing?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to
You.
Joe's
Joe.
mom.
What's your mom's name?
Joe's mom.
Joe's mom. The more you know. All right, guys, let's make the move over to baseball. Shall we make the move?
Let's do it.
And as always here, we're going to make the move, and it's always under 3 seconds, but let's make that next move, Zach, with
Bam.
Hey! We're going around Maryland with Next Move Charm City. Brought to you by Next Move Charm City and the Belanger team over at Lone Depot. Shannon, Brett, Rich, appreciate you guys. And if you are looking for a house, whether it's, where's my glasses? I'll just rip it off. Whether it's suburb, city, or shore, make the right move with Next Move Charm City. Bada bing, bada boom. I don't have anything to throw.
Throw the laptop.
I hit it.
Okay. That you actually hit that.
Yeah, I know. And I threw it right-handed, Zach. That's what we do. Go Hounds, baby. But let's move over to baseball. There's not a lot to talk about the Commanders and the Terps. It's kind of like, But in baseball, there's a lot to talk about, Brad. It's a lot.
Oh, yes.
You know, it's some of those that maybe gets your eyes to pop.
Christmas in January.
And that is why your eyes pop. You know what, Zach? Come here. So we wondering when the holiday season ends. Doesn't end. Christmas.
It's back.
Christmas.
Zach, I think this is your Christmas.
Yeah. Big Christmas. For those who don't know, John Kenzie Noel. Apologize if I butchered the first name. AKA Big Christmas was signed off of, or I guess claimed off of waivers by the Baltimore Orioles from the Cleveland Guardians. So he's coming over from, I think if you're looking for the connection, Craig Albornoz, bench coach last year, there's the connection there. And you're also sitting there and you're saying, man, why does that sound familiar? Well, because his first game, his first at bat ever in Major League Baseball, this 6'3", 250-pound behemoth walked to the plate and went dead center at Camden Yards. Maybe we see more of that, but it is a low risk, high reward on a guy that, I mean, if you want pop, you're getting pop. Definitely struggled though last season. I believe he batted 162, sorry, on the year. So this is definitely not somebody that I see coming in and being like, oh, that's the DH. That's the, I don't think he has a spot on the team at the moment. But if we remember a guy like Ryan O'Hearn, when he was signed, he didn't have a spot on the team at the moment. There are plenty of guys that when signed, you just see what happens. And I think that's this is a flyer. It's a lottery ticket. Mystery Christmas present. Never know what you're going to get.
If you will.
Yes.
If you will. Hey, but here's the thing, right? It's a depth move. And to be honest, he could be here for a long time. He could be here for a short time.
We all know it's going to be a good time.
It's always going to be a good time because he brings the lumber. And you know what? If he makes contact, that thing can go a long way.
Oh, yeah.
But for the Orioles, right?
Did it a lot in Baltimore, by the way.
Hey, you know what? Camden Yards. It's very festive around the holidays. But guys, that's not the move that like people are really interested in. You know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of names out there still. And so I wanted to bring to your attention some possibilities. Because I think there's 3 that people have their eye on. First one would be, well, guys, if you're going to trade, well, Freddie Peralta, what's going on with him? Well, Zach, I'm glad I know that's what you were asking. But apparently Freddie Peralta, he's got some suitors. According to Underdog and Will Salmon and then Ken Rosenthal, Yankees, Mets, Dodgers, Braves, Red Sox. Don't see the Orioles on there. But Freddie Peralta, hypothetically, if he's available, he might be the best pitcher that's on the market. He's that good. But I don't know if that's going to be the move, Zach. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be Framber Valdez. Hey, come here. Framber Valdez, up until that grand slam against the Yankees, felt like he was going to be the connection. You're hearing a lot of reports about the Mets and the Orioles. But guys, I got to be honest. It seems from the reports it's cooling down for Valdez, which is still kind of shocking because I think he's a great starting pitcher. I think he's really going to help a team.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's a Ranger, third option. Apparently, eyes are getting big, Zach, for one Ranger Suarez with the Baltimore Orioles. Brad, do you think it's worth us playing the Jim Bowden clip?
Yeah, because because it's ironic, and I'll explain this after we play it because I think that Jim Bowden might be listening to the show.
All right, let's play that clip real quickly. Jim Bowden on foul territory. Sorry. I have this echo going on, and it's throwing me off. Jim Bowden was on foul territory, and he talked about the Ranger Suarez, Baltimore Orioles. That's not a rumor. That seems like there's some serious strong interest. So let's play that clip.
It depends if they're done with their pitching, which they can't be. That's the biggest question. It will continue to be the big question. If I'm them, I'm getting Framber Valdez and Ranger Suarez. Now, they're not going to do both, but I think they are going to do one. It doesn't sound like it's Valdez from my sources. It sounds like it's Ranger Suarez, and it sounds like they have been very aggressive and are strongly in. They haven't been able to close the deal, but they kind of feel like they have a chance. We'll have to wait and see. But that's going to be the question about how far Baltimore goes. It's not going to be about the lineup, the offense or the defense. It's going to be how far can the pitching come. And also, what can they do at the back end? Look, I like the Helsley and Kittredge signings, but why was Helsley's fastball hit so hard last year? Was that release point? Was that arm angle that needs to be adjusted? We know it's a wipeout breaking ball. We get that. But he's going to have to figure out that fastball so it's not so hittable. Can Helsley come back and be the impact closer he was in St. Louis? He didn't look good with New York. Was that a New York thing? Was that a mechanical thing? I don't know. But pitching is going to determine what Baltimore can do. Look, right now, I still probably have them in fourth place in the AL East. But if the pitching comes through, if Rogers is the real deal, if Kramer comes back, Bradish comes back, you sign Ranger Suarez, then can I see this team in the postseason in October? Yeah, they got a chance.
Now, where have I heard that before? What an original idea.
Are my eyes getting big?
They are.
So listen, Ranger Suarez would be an unbelievable fit. And if we're looking at this entire situation, look, there's no guarantee he's going to make it here. You're hearing there's a lot of other teams that want him. And I do think it's fascinating that the interest seems to be higher for Ranger over Framber. So everyone's saying the velo's down. I don't think that people are buying that the velo is going to drop and he's going to fall off the table. Clearly, that's not the case.
No.
The thing for me with this is the years. How many years can Ranger get? That, I think, is what the biggest holdup is. I think the price point's going to be between 25 to 30 mil, given what the market looks like. And I'm hearing what Jim Bowden's saying. But, guys, yes, I agree. You need one more starting pitcher. I think Tyler Wells is going to the pen just the way it is because of the way your team's getting constructed and how do you get the most out of Tyler Wells? You move him to the pen. I think he can be a really good pen piece.
Oh, yeah.
But you add Ranger, and then Zach Eflin becomes your sixth, because I think Dean Kramer is going to be the 5. I think Zach Eflin's got to get right. But you have that group right there. That rotation for the Orioles looks pretty damn well. And the reason why I say I think that option is more plausible is that the Orioles would have to make a big trade and then make a big signing. Because if they get Peralta, you're going to have to give whatever you're going to give Suarez, plus give up a ton of talent.
Why do you think these guys haven't signed yet? Like, why? What do you think's the hang up for Ranger Suarez? Is it really the time portion of it, or what is it?
Yeah,
because
it's years and how much they can maximize.
And my follow-up question to that is, like, if this is a thing, right? Like where velocity has come down some, as Scott Boras or even a Ranger Suarez looks at this and it's like, I don't see how anybody in their right mind is going to sign him to a 5-year deal, just given that fact by itself.
Well, you know who did this, Zach? You know who caused this dilemma?
The Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Not Boris, Blue Jays.
Yeah.
The Seagull. 7 years.
Yeah.
30 mil per year. And that's the biggest holdup here, in my opinion. Pitchers want stability. They want the biggest deal because you know what? Tomorrow they can blow out their arm and they're done. And you want to use the best example recently, Jordan Montgomery, who then was fired by Scott Boras because they gambled. Jordan Montgomery didn't get the deal that he wanted, ended up signing essentially a 1-year deal, and then gets hurt. And then his value has completely deteriorated. And Jordan Montgomery could get back, but that big payout came in what? At least for that.
Yep.
Blake Snell almost got screwed out of that, coming off a Cy Young year. So that's what they want, to your question. But Blake Snell, if I'm not mistaken, was Blake 5 or 6 years, 150, 180?
Something like that, yeah.
Does that sound about right, Zach?
Yeah.
So that was the big deal. And Blake Snell, in my opinion, his stuff, when he's healthy, there is a lot of elite pitchers, even like Ranger Suarez, but then there's Blake Snell and that other category of the Scoobles. I got Snell in that Scooble realm. He's closer to Scooble than what Ranger is to Blake Snell.
Yeah.
So in this case, Brad, that's where it all stems back to. And teams are saying, I don't want to give those years because I know why you want it, but are you going to pitch for me for 5-7 years?
No.
I have doubts.
Yeah.
But if you sign Ranger to a 4-year 120, would you do it? I mean, Zach, like, I think that this is the holdup. Like, that's what it is. It's the years. I don't think it's a dollar amount. I 100% think it's the years.
It's 1,000% is the years. And I got to say, and Ryan, you can tell me if I'm completely off base on this. I just don't see for a guy like Ranger why the velo drop from 92 to 90.5 is a big deal. Like I talked about this actually for like 20 minutes on the show Friday. If you wanted to tell me Ranger Suarez was a guy who threw 99 to touched 100, and now he's sitting at 96, I'm concerned because it's, hey, you don't got the stuff to blow it by him anymore. You got to have your secondary stuff work. You got to find a way to get outs without the velo. This is a guy who hasn't had the velo. He's never had, I think he's like the highest he ever was when you look at, percentiles in baseball. He was in the 34th percentile at his peak for average fastball velocity. He's a guy who's always known how to pitch, and that's how he's gotten outs. That's how he's been successful. He not once was ever a guy that sat there and was throwing 98. He didn't beat you with velo. So for me, it's less of a concern if he's still throwing 90, hitting 91. He was never a guy throwing 99. Now, if he was touching 99 and now you're like, oh, he can only hit 95, it's a big red flag. Then it's, hey, your stuff. That's different. He was never a guy who needed velo to get guys out. So a slight drop in velo for me, I'm still in on Ranger Suarez. I know some people are like, oh, down the line, I don't think he can. If in 4 years he's throwing 89, but he's still getting outs, he knows how to pitch. And also throw Garrett Crochet out the window. There aren't a lot of, high velo lefties out there. That's just not, that is a hot commodity. That is value if you can find one. A lot of these guys just know how to pitch.
Yeah. Zach, can I tell you something?
Yeah, tell me something.
About this whole thing. So, yes, Ranger Suarez's velo has dropped a little bit. But if you want to go back to 2024, not this past year, the year prior, his average sinker was 90.8. Mm-hmm. But his four-seamer was 91.9, almost 92. In 2025, sinker's 90.1, four-seams 91.3, so half a difference. Mm-hmm. Both those years, Ranger Suarez went 12-8, 3.46 ERA in 2024. He had a better ERA last year with a quote-unquote slower fastball. He's pitched over 150 innings in the last two seasons. And the bigger thing for the Baltimore Orioles, he's been a big game pitcher. And I saw some comments in here about, well, why won't the Phillies bring him back? The Phillies, it's priorities of what you need.
Yeah.
The Phillies have to figure out what they want to do with some of their other roster construction. Are they going to get another bat? They also already have really good pitchers on their staff. So, yes, they would like to bring him back, but that's not their priority. Teams like Baltimore and some of these other ones that want Ranger Suarez's services, it is. That's what it comes down to. You prioritize. Just like for the Yankees. Yankees haven't made any big move yet. Why? They know they need to try to get Cody Bellinger or Kyle Tucker. I think it's Bellinger. I think it makes all the sense in the world. Yeah. Or maybe you got to go get Bo Bichette, which they're linking. But the Yankees are prioritizing. They haven't made the move yet, but they're prioritizing. Every team does it. So for the Orioles case, it's no secret. Your lineup for what you have is pretty filled out as far as your depth. You're going to roll with the guys. Pitching, it's not. And you can't get burned again. You learned that last year. You have enough pitching to help get you through. You can be in a lot of games because the Orioles, despite their flaws offensively, when their pitching was better for the last 3-4 months, their record was significantly better. I mean, Zach, I don't have the record off the top of my head, but the Orioles, they did have a winning record for like the last X amount of stretch. They got a little bit rough, but the pitching led by Trevor Rogers, and then Kyle Bradish came back, and that looked pretty good. Dean Kramer had some moments, but then Dean had some first inning moments and others. But sugar. That's what I got to say about that. And I wouldn't be surprised. I'll say this: 20 to 25 mil for Ranger might even get it done.
Mm-hmm.
I think 30 sets it over the edge, and I think that's the years. But if it's less years, he wants more money. So I think that's the dilemma here. But I think a 20 to 25, that could be Ranger Suarez's sweet spot too.
You give him 4 years, 95 to 100 million. I mean, I think that's fair.
I think 4-100 or 4-120, somewhere in that range, gets the deal done. Now, if it's 5 at 25, yes, that also gets the deal done. So time will tell, but it's the years. But make no mistake, eyes are staying open for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Could not happen. But there is reason to believe that the Orioles are strong candidates to bring in Ranger Suarez.
Yeah, and real fast, and this is a little bit of a different conversation, but I've been seeing a lot of comments on it. I don't know if you guys saw, but MLB Network did their predictions for the season. They released something, and people were upset that Albornoz was projected as AL Manager of the Year. And they're like, this is way too soon to crown him. I think he is got to be the front runner. Just because if you think based off of what kind of the award is, Orioles 76 wins last year. If they get into the playoffs at all, he's a first-year manager. They love to do the young manager kind of taking over, the new hot name on the street. I don't think it is ridiculous at all if the Orioles make the playoffs at Albornoz. We talk about all these guys coming in player aspect. I think the new manager as well, and the new, I just think there's so much juice in Baltimore right now and so much hype that why wouldn't a guy like Ranger Suarez want to join that? Why, hey, Pete Alonso said after talking to Mike and talking to Albie, they were like, hey, this is the spot I want to be. Like, they got something here. I just think there's an energy around the Orioles that I think guys are going to come here, and I think they're going to be put in positions to succeed. And, usually we always say, you got to convince someone to come here to Baltimore. I think over the past 3-4 months, I think that's gotten easier. And now the wallet doesn't hurt. Offering Pete Alonso 5 years, 155, that's going to obviously, that talks. So I just think there's a lot of juice around Baltimore right now.
Money talks, but a belief that things are changing is going to attract more and more. So the reason why you look at teams, either one, you got to absolutely just get the dream deal, and you're sitting there going, hey, I want the money. But a lot of other guys, they're looking for the entire package. And there's always been questions for Baltimore. Could you get the entire package there? And it's not that the city and the organization, the fan base, it's nothing to do with that. But it's more being sold on the vision for where the team's going to go if you're looking to compete. And for a while, there wasn't that vision. When guys came to Baltimore during the rebuild, it was for them to get a jump start, to get traded and go somewhere else. Now the Orioles are ready. And now guys are going to have to make the decision, well, why is this Orioles team different than the past? Is it just a flash in the pan? Or is this team going to ascend? And when you sign a big name, you trade for another guy, two guys, and now you're looking to sign another person, the time will pass, those players will move on. But these younger players and everyone around the league, they're taking notice of what's going to happen here. And yeah, if Albie and the O's win the AL East next year, yeah, you can Sharpie in that Craig Albornoz is going to be your manager of the year.
Oh yeah,
book it
without a doubt. Without a doubt.
If you are new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Ryan Ripken Show live on YouTube, X, and Facebook. And when I move, you move, Zach.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Brad, how you doing over there?
I'm doing good. Just trying to figure out where we go next.
Where do we go? Well, we didn't go back to some of our moments that made us have a moment. I don't know what I'm doing right
Say
now.
what?
Well, because I'm looking at the priest on the field in Pittsburgh, the Godfather moment.
We mentioned that. We just didn't show it.
I know. Also, the fact that it had to be that same end zone had to be.
Because there was magic.
I don't know though.
Like it had to be.
Love Tyler Loop. I think he's gonna improve on this year. One thing that he needs to improve on way more than actually making field goals is the kickoffs.
Yeah.
What is going on with like kicking it out of bounds all the damn time? It seems like every other game we're getting a penalty to the 40-yard line.
I'd love Nick back on for that to talk about some of the intricacies because they say they have so many. And when we had Jordan Stout on, talked about the 13 punts that he has.
Yeah.
They have different kickoffs, but clearly that was an overload, and Tyler was struggling.
Yeah, big time.
You know, did you guys see Dan Orlovsky's? He goes, I'm not a kicking specialist, but he brought up Tyler's missed kick. Did you guys, Zach? Did you see that at all?
No,
I didn't see that.
I was just about it right there, and I couldn't find it anywhere. But it was also about just saying about following through. So when Nick takes his time, he needs a moment. It's a lot. But when that's done, I want Nick to come on and talk about it. And actually, you know, you say when you hit, you know, you keep your head down.
Yeah.
Zach, you know what I mean? When you were all softball state. So you're right there when you're swinging.
About the ball.
And when you're going to swing,
swinging
your
down.
eyes are on the ball.
Yeah.
Through contact and then after. And then when you get in trouble as a hitter, is if you leak early and as you're swinging, your head kind of drifts away.
Yep.
On the one that Tyler missed, his eyes were drifting away early on the ones that he made. It was through consistently. Now, Tyler said he knew it off the kick where he hit it, like immediately, that it wasn't good. But I thought that follow-through clearly wasn't the same. And it was really fascinating. So I'd love to hear Nick's take on that.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Yeah. Tough.
Hey, how about Ian Rappaport retweeting our shit?
That was really cool.
On a personal note, our boy Nick did get extended for 4 years, and then we broke it. And Ian Rappaport.
Yeah, dude, I was on the damn train.
I know.
And I'm so damn confused.
That was the most.
Jonas Schaefer.
Yeah. That was the most views. Got 500,000 views.
That was the most unintentional news breaking ever because I had sent in the group at 1 p.m. Nick tells us, and he's like, yeah. So then I'm like, hey, come on the show. And if you have time, we can talk about it. I'm thinking sometime in the next 4 hours, it's going to be announced somewhere. And then next thing you know, he comes on and I'm like, nobody has reported this. Like, this is not. And so I asked him, I was like, anything you'd like to share? And then there you go. Next thing you know, Ian Rappaport, I was like, all right. Okay.
So I went back and watched it.
Yeah.
And Nick's like, I could get in trouble. And I'm like, okay, great.
You're not going to get in trouble.
I know, but when Nick's saying that is, we're back. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah, man. Good for you. Didn't know you were doing that today, but congrats. But you know why Ian Rappaport actually retweeted the tweet?
It's the meme.
Is because, and I wouldn't play the sound because we might get blocked on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's because of Ian Rappaport's a fan of the song and John Hamm.
Listen, your boy also put this together, this post together, but you made the video.
Yeah, because we were on that one
previously, and
I yelled at Zach and said, "Oh my God, Nick just did the John Hamm."
Yeah,
and Nick's like, "I don't know what are you talking about, bro?" And I'm like, "You'll find out soon."
Yeah,
and I don't think he fully still knows.
No. He doesn't. He's not on social media, so he has no clue. But I did share this with Nick in our little group chat, and he was all about it.
And he's like, yeah, let's go. But he still has zero idea
No.
what this is.
He was just hyped.
That was
Nick
true.
is the perfect example of not knowing what's always going on, but he's just going to be hyped for it.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Ian Rappaport for picking that, because we had two different posts. We had one with this meme, and then we had the other without, just like general, hey, like proud, happy for our guy. And that's the one he chose. It didn't even have Nick Moore's name in that post. So you know that Ian went down, searched, and like just handpicked that one.
It's trendy.
Love it.
And Ian loves a good trend.
He sure
and
does.
If you don't like the John Hamm and that whole song, well, that's too damn bad, because when the Orioles sign Ranger Suarez, guess what's being put out there, Zach? You have the zoom in, Zach. Look at me. And then you're going to like that. So practice. Get it ready.
I'll work on it. We'll work on that, and we'll be ready. It's gonna happen at the worst time out right now. It's gonna be a classic. I can already tell you this Ranger Suarez deal is easy.
Yeah,
easy.
tonight.
They can,
or you know what? It'll be like 5 minutes after we sign off today.
Oh yeah. That it's either at the worst time late at night, or it is moments after we get off.
Yeah.
Do we want to take a wager on this? If it's not late at night, I'm definitely going to be driving, because that is a constant for me. Death, taxes, and I am chewing somebody out on the Parkway.
Oh yeah.
One of those three.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be late.
While
I think
on
it's
the
gonna be
phone.
late.
Chewing somebody out on the Parkway while you're on the phone with me or Rock or something.
The thing is that people driving, yeah, there are things. You know what? We really need to bring back Grind Our Gears, because in the Monday Friday show, and we're gonna actually put into each day of having specific segments. Yeah, we're bringing that back. I would love to talk about, what also people not understanding just common driving courteracy. Saw some people just run through a school zone. Hey, buddy, just slow down. Maybe hit the stop sign. There's kids.
Stop at the stop sign. Don't hit the stop sign.
Yeah.
I mean, don't hit the stop sign. You know what I mean? And
hopefully no kids are standing by the stop sign.
Yeah, Jesus.
All right.
You know what?
This is what goes through his mind on the Parkway.
Okay, I'm not articulating it properly here, but you know what? You guys get what I'm saying, and I think the guy that's behind the scenes, he gets it a little bit, because he just graduated last year. He was on Locked On Ravens. He had a long evening. Mr. Kevin Ostreicher.
Yeah, I graduated Rocco's School of Calm Driving.
Well, by the way, did any of us hear from Rocco yesterday on the Steelers victory?
No.
He did text me. He did. But I also said I could hear him from Philly. And he goes, Ariana's been asleep for the last 3 hours, and I don't know how, because I squealed.
Typical.
You guys all know that noise.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to imagine it, but yeah.
You don't have to. We have photographic evidence of what Rocco looks like when he's watching the Steelers game. I could just see him with the hat and the towel over his head.
Yep. Palomalu jersey. Yep.
Asshole.
Yep.
Which is fine, because all he does is get the bragging rights and the opportunity for the Steelers to play one more week, because before they get smoked by the Texans.
Yeah, I've never seen a rivalry like Rocco and Mason Rudolph before.
That is pretty.
That man hates Mason Rudolph.
Oh yeah.
No, actually, Brad, you and Caleb Williams is close.
No, I don't hate Caleb Williams. I hated the hype around Caleb Williams. That's the difference.
He's the guy.
He's coming around.
Bear down.
And I have admitted over the last 4 weeks of the season, he made a turn in the right direction.
Crazy what happens when you go and get a offensive minded head coach. Who said that? Who said that?
Also, the Bears, just a switch or a superpower turns on when they're down by double digits in the fourth quarter. Every other team, it's like, oh, well, back to the drawing board. It's like, no, they draw up to be trailing by 16.
Yeah.
And they came back. They still lost, but they always come back.
Yeah. Little fun fact going into Bears versus Packers this weekend. The Bears' most recent win was against the Packers, and the Packers' most recent win was against the Bears. Fun fact for you.
Write that down, Kevin.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin, how was your Locked On experience? You were watching along.
Did you watch it, Zach? Do you have the screenshot?
No, I just when he reminded me, I have to.
Yeah, I pulled my entire face. I look so ugly when I.
Oh no, well, we don't want to see that. Zach, pull that up.
I love when catastrophic
I was
things
going
happen.
like this, and I like pulled my face like this.
No, we certainly don't want to see that face.
I know. I literally, yeah. Thanks. The miss happened. I think I said 2 words in a span of like 5 minutes, and then was like, I need to gather my thoughts. See you on the post game, and logged off.
Did you drop word number 11? According
I did not. Family friendly show. Stayed family friendly.
Well, we were coming up with different from different shout outs here, which is kind of family friendly. Kev, we got a new partner sponsor, AutoStream Car Care Center. Say that 5 set.
Nice.
Fast.
AutoStream care. Wait.
Yep. See, already
AutoStream Care Car.
This is the Rodgers touchdown.
Well, that's not that. I was in it, man.
That passes the missed field goal.
I know. I thought it.
I freaked out on camera. Like I legit, like no words came out, but I freaked out.
You should have said number.
Well, Zach,
11.
it's in the comments. Just go to the comments. Someone timestamped it.
Okay, well, I think I found it already.
Oh, well, good for you.
Hey, Kevin, is Tyler Linderbaum going to be a Raven next year?
My prediction is yes. It'd be too catastrophic if they let him go. You'd have to rebuild 60% of your line, in my opinion. And
so, what has to happen? Do they have to redo Lamar's contract in order to get Linderbaum on locked in?
I think they have enough rollover to make like one move that's big. But if you get Lamar's contract, you're probably freeing up because you're going to make that cap hit low. So yeah, it's like 40 mil. So you could do that and then maybe trade for Crosby or trade for
Crosby.
I'm all on that. I'm putting my stamp on that right now.
Put me in on that.
Well, who isn't in on that? But like the likelihood of that happening is slim.
I mean, yes, but if they're not going to make changes to the coaching staff or Harbaugh or whatever, philosophies have to change. And I think the philosophy is you got to go all in now. Like if it wasn't before, you got to do it now. Trade a first round pick. All right. Zach's ready to show my reaction to the world. Zach had a lot of fun watching this.
I mean, that's one way to improve your pass rush. A typical Kevin reaction.
See, I'm like pulling my face back. The
hair is
something
coiffed.
Yes.
Lethal. It's up.
I didn't pause the video. This is just
I'm.
When I did the reaction videos after, I had, obviously a lot of emotional people, and then a lot of people just go right for the hairline. And I'm like, buddy, talk about the Ravens here. You think I give 2 shits about what my hairline is right now? You've seen my family, but we got hair in the back.
That's actually Kieran. Yeah, it is.
We do need to find because Rip, it's losing at an incredible rate.
It's not losing at the incredible rate.
Since I've met you, your forehead has gotten bigger, and it was not that.
Damn
long.
right, it has.
Not that long ago. My point was that we got to find a hair replacement sponsor.
Well, I mean, the Ravens, the Ravens cause a lot of stress.
We're going to Turkey. I mean, there's Bosley right in that one big one.
Bosley.
Yeah, Bosley.
I mean, Nutriville. I got the shampoo and the pills.
Nutrafol, yeah.
Nutrafol? Did I say Nutrafil?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get your full with Nutrafol. Hey, you know
because
what?
my thing is that I don't know if you could pull off the Uncle Bill and Calvin look.
No, that's why I got the ball cap.
You're just gonna wear that for the rest of your life?
No, I'll probably go to Turkey.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Tom, channel member Tom Riders, we get the turkey fund.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the turkey fund.
Yeah, because Zach needs it too.
Oh yes, he
Yeah,
does.
we just gotta.
It'll be a good, nice double date action there.
We can have the what's it called? The little shaved heads, and you see all the dots everywhere.
They'll just be Rip and Zach with the White Star sales hats for the
Yes.
No,
we can.
I'm gonna watch.
We can let something happen.
Yeah,
Could you imagine the content?
Three hair come over.
Yes.
So I honestly think I'm getting the gear gene. So that'd be my mom's side of the family.
Yeah.
Where he had his hair back here.
This your grandfather?
Yeah, my grandfather. But then it's like the hair over top. You know what I mean? It's gone up here, but the hair over in the top. But you know what Bob has? He has a great personality.
Oh, yeah.
He's the life of the party.
Bob's the best.
And you know what? They say there's nothing better than a good personality. They say having great hair is great, Brad.
Covers up a lot.
But personality, Kevin. And people are
What do you
wondering
say about Kevin?
Yeah, you know what they say about Kevin.
Listen, you're already
personality.
married. She's just gonna have to deal with it.
Poofy hair. That's what they say. Poofy
Hey,
hair.
Kev, this is a part. Part of the stream, auto stream.
Part of the ship.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Yeah.
Kevin, how many times fast can you say this? Auto stream, car care center.
AutoStream Car Care Center. AutoStream Car Care Center. AutoStream Car Care Center. AutoStream Car Care Center. AutoStream Car Care Center. AutoStream Car Care Center. 6. I did it even 6 times.
Hell yeah.
Let's
Get
go.
that kid 50% or $50 off.
I'll take a 50. I'll take that 50. I'll take that 50.
Hey, you want that 50?
Yes, I do. Actually.
You want my people to set it up with your people? You know what? We can put Kevin in, when they open up the hood, we'll put Kevin in the hood.
Yes.
And be like, I see where the problem is, ma'am. And then you
just toss me out.
Kevin just runs away, doesn't say a word.
Okay, by the way, this is really unhinged. But if you've seen on Instagram, there's like these little gnomes that are running around at night, and the memes like the boys.
Yeah.
When I told my girlfriend or wife, I'm just going out for one drink, me and the boys at 3:67 a.m.
Yeah.
Made up.
Yeah.
And it's just the little gnomes running.
That's me.
I have some thoughts. Yeah, it might be.
Well, I still need to St. Patrick's Day is coming up, and I still need to dress up in the leprechaun for you guys.
Well,
I forgot about that.
The trend with is it Linda Plummer, and what's that other auto car care? The trend maybe it's warranty people where they got iced tea on it. They try to like pretend that it's like an actual like crime scene. Break it down.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the
That's
name.
what's trending these days on the commercials.
I really want to find the gnomes now and the music that goes with it. You know what? We're gonna put that on Instagram. Can't wait. When Kevin and the boys are running late to get their $50 off at AutoStream Car Care Center.
Yeah.
Then bust out the John Hand meme.
Oh, dude.
I need to. Although I can't
get 50% off at AutoStream Car Care Center.
Yeah,
$50 off.
Which way?
Just vibing.
Like that or
Yeah.
Oh
that?
yeah.
Kevin, there's a
Just
couple
vibe.
things we're practicing right now.
Just
Well,
vibe.
Nick did it so naturally. I can't replicate that. He
Can't
did it
teach that.
himself.
Can't teach that.
Yeah, you can't teach that, especially when you have zero idea about any of it. But Nick, it was actually Stout asked Nick about. Actually, what he was asking about was Tyler Lube's field goal percentage. It's like, oh, it's over, and then
90%.
and that, Nick went,
Yeah.
was thinking about it. The irony.
Yeah.
But practice your face for Ranger Suarez signing with the Orioles.
That's the official prediction? Is that?
I mean, it's speaking it into existence.
Okay, all right. We'll speak it into existence. You're scaring me with this face. I don't know what you're doing.
What's wrong? Brad, what's his deal today?
I don't know.
Sorry. It's on me.
So we got some ideas. So, and then when the Ravens make a decision, move.
Yeah. Every time my phone buzzes and I see a report from Schefter, my heart drops a little bit.
Yeah.
Zach,
I did the Tug Speedman. Not Tug Speedman. What the hell? Whoever I dressed up as for Halloween. Why
Les
is
Grossman.
Yes, Les Grossman thing. That was a banger.
We really gotta work. Gotta lean into it, Kevin. So imagine I just told you you're getting $50 off when you go to AutoStream Car Care Center. Show me the face. It's pretty good.
That's a good one. Yeah,
good one.
I was trying.
Hey,
yeah, first try.
How about 2 million views on the channel in 2026 already? There you go.
There we go.
That's good.
By the way, congrats, boys.
Yeah. It's been fun.
That's
been fun.
That's half our views for all 2025 in the first 4 days of the year.
And that was on the YouTube side.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the other social side, we've been banging.
Yeah. Everywhere.
Yeah. You know that song by Ricky Martin, Zach?
She bangs.
Living La Vida. Oh.
No,
she bangs. She bangs.
Well, I was correct though, technically.
That was right. Yeah.
I didn't expect Kevin to throw out a wrong song there.
I know too many songs, guys. I mean,
Hey, you know what, Kevin? We are for the programming for Monday through Friday. We're gonna have different segmented days, and you know what? One of the things that we want to bring back is I think grind my gears.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't even know if Zach was on the show for Grind My Gears.
Oh, he wasn't grinding some gears.
No, I think that was one of our earliest.
Yeah,
because I remember mine was something about. I remember doing one or two of them.
Because I came on 2 months after Zach, and I have no idea what you're talking about. So,
Check out. So we're bringing out grind my gears. We will have a day for designated call-ins because I understand channel members. I get it. We're working on it.
Yep.
New show time next week. Which guys, I know you're gonna hate me for changing the live at 5. I have to move it up. It's going to be a 3 p.m. show moving forward because your boy has to do baseball work this year.
Again.
But we're not leaving you. And then the final one, Kevin, would be put my poems in you. So we're bringing that back.
Still the all-time name.
I think it's great.
It's a must.
Brought to you by your first ever read.
Well, if that's the route you want to go, I mean, I'm sure you could ask.
Well,
if you want to be a part of the group of people who've done a read like that, then hey,
we're just always exploring.
Yeah,
we're exploring here. Yeah. But we got some good ideas. But 3 p.m. starting next week is when the Ryan Ripken show is going to be. It's going to be 3 to 5. We're going to be really more structured out. A lot of guests, a lot of content.
5 days a week.
5 days a week, man. Shirts and pants. Can you imagine? These kids don't know what's coming. But the reason why it's happening is because of all of you guys.
Yep.
So we really appreciate it. Thank you. And also, Facebook's approaching 20,000. The Instagram's approaching 20,000. And then we are approaching 24,000 on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
You know what that means?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah. That's you guys still doing a 24-hour stream?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's going to be scary.
Yeah. Wait,
I don't know what to expect.
On this channel or?
Apparently, they're just going to go live for 24 hours.
Okay.
24 hours.
Yeah, but I don't actually know if you can stream for 24 hours straight on stream.
You can.
Oh, you can? I thought they might have. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think I'm curious.
Oh, I think you can stream as long as you want.
I hope so.
I mean, you can stream on YouTube forever.
On the tube.
Yeah.
Okay, business plan allows up to 24-hour recordings per stream.
I do
but
wish.
hey, how about, there you go.
I do wish we could have more music be played while we're live, but I understand the copyright licenses. But if we were able to play John Hamm right now,
oh yeah,
oh my goodness,
should have done the mic check for that today.
Oh.
We haven't done a good mic. That's what we need to bring back the mic checks too.
Should we do that on Thursdays?
Yeah,
like throwbacks.
Thursday mic checks.
Yeah,
you know. It could have been. Oh, Ricky Martin, Kevin, she bangs.
Yeah.
And both, and Live La Vida Loca.
Spice Girls was our best one.
Again, in my hot take, in Live La Vida Loca, Shrek 2 is the best movie soundtrack of all time.
Okay, it's a good soundtrack.
It's a great one. It's the best one.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Shrek 2.
Hey, Kevin, have you seen Troy?
No.
Oh my God! No, you're not a man. You haven't seen that movie.
Glad you're with me. Glad you're with me, Kevin.
You haven't approached manhood if you haven't watched that movie. You're still a boy.
I want you to.
We'll do that on a 24-hour stream. We'll watch Troy or whatever.
No, Zach. No, Zach.
No, I have to watch it for Thursday.
You'll get we'll get a copyright strike. You do that too. But listen, I've heard stories that your testosterone levels go up by about 20% after watching that movie.
You think that you can defeat all foes. And also, you might believe that Brad Pitt is a Greek god. There's a chance.
Or Brad Smith.
Yeah, true. Okay, I like that.
I'm not Greek, though, so.
You could believe that as well. But I want you don't even understand what yelling Hector even means.
No.
You don't even understand.
Is that where Hector as a pup came from?
No. What a scene. Like one of the greatest scenes of all time.
You know, I'm going to go home and watch that.
I need to watch that now too. All four of us just going to watch it.
This Discord movie nights.
Yes.
And then we're going to have the physique like Brad Pitt for 2026.
Oh my
That's the
God.
goal. That's the goal.
Listen, you should talk about man crushes. I think I might have a man crush on Achilles. On Brad Pitt Achilles. Whew.
Kevin, I want
man
you to have
goddamn
full notes, including Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy shit, that guy.
Good for him.
Bare ass Brad Pitt in that movie.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're gonna do here in 2026. Ripped with Rip with Merit Clubs. Zach doesn't even know what he's getting into yet.
What does that have to do with the movie, though? Are you just saying
you gotta go look at Brad Pitt?
Well, no, I get that, but I thought we were talking movies. So then when you said getting ripped with Rip,
we're gonna get ripped with Rip, and being inspired.
I thought you were then gonna go end the movie thing.
No, Zach. I'm just looking for the
I thought we were looking for a movie sponsor. I just thought we were looking for a movie sponsor real quick. That's all.
A movie sponsor? How does that even work?
Like movie theater?
Yeah, something. Some sort of, I don't know, something to do with movies.
Or you want to do
Rotten
at the beginning of a movie that's in theaters, it just pops up like all the production studios and then just Ryan Ripken show logo.
Oh,
before the movie starts.
You know what? Write this idea down. Once a month, maybe we make a Ryan Ripken trailer, and it's like a movie trailer.
You know what we should do? You know those cameras that they use for recruiting visits, where it's like the 360 camera.
Yeah.
You know, like Brian Kelly did it with like LSU. We should do that.
I love that we have 85 people in here watching us just bullshit.
This is a great community. We like to get a little bit unhinged. And I know people say we get buttoned up. There's so much that we have to talk about. But we also want to do this.
Yeah.
So to help us continue to do this, hit that like and subscribe. And Monday through Friday, set your calendar, your clock. We'll be live from 3 to 5. I also have to figure out a proper Rip After Dark where we turn the lights down low and I can really show you a thing or two.
Whoa. God damn.
That's That didn't come out right.
That did not come out right at all. Holy shit, bro.
I meant
God damn.
I am scared.
I could show you a thing or two about the entire.
Yeah, no coming back from that one. You just gotta, you gotta eat it. You gotta eat it.
I'm just saying we have a lot to offer here at the Ryan Ripken Media.
Kevin says you gotta eat it now. Like Jesus Christ.
Okay. Heel cinnamon.
God damn.
Yeah. So Rip After Dark, though, we're gonna get that. You know what, Nick? Yeah. Nick wants to do Nick at Night. He does.
He's okay. I believe that one.
Yeah.
Love the guy, but I also know the guy.
Yeah. I'll believe it when the Ravens win in Pittsburgh.
Whoa. Too soon.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts. I'll believe it when Georgia wins the national championship this year.
Oh, that's a low blow.
Oh.
Wow.
You know,
Nick, tough few days for Nick.
Or an SEC team wins another national championship. How about that?
If Ole Miss doesn't win, it's another non-SEC championship game.
I think Ole Miss could win, but Indiana's going to run the table.
I want Ole Miss to win for their guys.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that Lane Kiffin gets paid for all of it.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be a great story. Michael Irvin, talk about being great content. You know?
Oh, yeah.
The Michael Irvin versus Lane Kiffin Bowl.
Speaking of unhinged, that guy has just like gone off the rails since leaving NFL Network.
Hey, you know what?
I remember that old NFL Network lineup. It was him, Warren Sapp, Steve Mariucci. Yeah, Warner was on there.
And Deion Sanders.
Yeah,
that was
Deion.
Like
what was the one meme for him? We're losing recipes.
We're losing recipes.
Yeah. That was when Rich Eisen was still there.
Yeah, that was elite.
That was
elite cast. That was right up there with like Shaq and Charles Barkley and all them.
Yeah.
That was right up there.
All right, yeah.
Gosh, what a time.
That was great. That was great.
That was a good time. I think we've hit our quota. Have we hit our quota?
Yeah, people are leaving.
But they're
fun. Done with us.
There's still a lot of people, the ones that are tuning in.
There's still a lot of people hanging around. Yeah.
So much so, and they don't even know what Zach's getting into.
No,
he's getting ripped with Rip.
And Achilles.
Oh, yeah.
Achilles. Hey, one more time for the one time. Shout out Merit Clubs. Appreciate you guys. And right now, we don't have our best bet. Not until Thursday because there's no football.
Yeah.
So we'll take our trip to Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races in West Virginia.
Beautiful. Nailed that one.
We'll take our trip on Thursday for the playoffs because there are a lot of playoff games.
Is there a playoff game on Thursday?
College football playoff?
Oh, college football. Yeah. I was thinking.
Oh, I don't know if it is.
Oh, I don't know.
No, isn't it? When is
first playoff game is January 10th at 4:30?
No, actually, yeah, the 8th. It's Miami versus Ole Miss. Oh, they're doing that thing where, it's Thursday and Friday are the two college football games.
Thursday, Friday.
Then the
5
19th.
straight days of football.
Yeah, I like
Wait,
that.
There's
Thursday.
Monday night football.
Yeah, the Ravens would have.
Yeah, the Ravens would have been that. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, before we get out of here, thoughts on this?
Oh, the holy water. That was the end zone, yeah.
It's brutal, man.
Okay, I can't. That's gone. He made it.
Yeah.
Perfect. That was perfect. Yeah, well, wasn't there was a Ravens fan that sprinkled holy water in the locker room earlier this season, wasn't there?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was
I think the purple evening thing.
Yeah.
I think a lady sprinkled
Harbs
water.
is devout Catholic.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen it though get the attention.
Yeah.
And then immediately same end zone, final play. And apparently this is the first time in NFL history that the final play that decided the fate of two teams to make one spot and the kick was no good.
I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it'd be fun to be on the right side of those records.
I appreciate you, Mary Francis. Oh man,
Sugar.
Yeah. All right.
Red 7, hot route. Hop on out of here. Cue it, Peppy. As always, here at the Ryan Ripken Show, we appreciate each and every one of you. Have a day, have a night, have a great rest of your Monday. Let it all out. It'll be a better 2026, but come back and join us tomorrow because we got some more news on the way here on the Ryan Ripken Show.
Peace.